Yeah, there's no punishment here for shooting. No coach is going to be upset. And we've already had a line change. Right as I'm about to learn these girls' numbers, of course, we get 5 new faces. Now, Hannah Apple from CV is on the court, along with Mattia Wilson from Modoc, and a couple other girls we'll touch on in a second. Brianna Bucker from Etna is also in. This is Wilson up top to Apple, and the little skip pass gets past Apple's teammate JC Sundstrom and out of bounds for a turnover. I'm definitely not gonna count the turnovers in this game because I'll probably lose track, just like I'll lose track of these 3-point attempts. I don't think, except for Kate Walton, we haven't had anyone else with a 2-point attempt in this game.
No, we have not.
Certain down low to Velasquez, the triple team in an all-star game and a foul. We talked to the refs beforehand about how we really don't want to see any whistles in this game. They're gonna have to call the stuff that's obvious, but a little bump like that, I feel like you could probably let that go.
You know, the refs just want to keep it tight. They want them to have fun, but they don't want to get out of control.
Definitely don't want to get it out of control in a fun environment like this. And it's knocked out, so again, from the same exact spot pretty much, Maddie Hampton will bring it in. We've been stuck at 6-4 for the past minute and a half or so. Sturton off the inbound. Will dribble to the right and give it to Elter Bright. And out of bounds off of the north side. Again, north in white, south in away uniforms. Got black, got blue, and one purple as well. We'll see that later on from Elasmos Rachel Rogers. I think it's going to be a fun competition for people watching at their house to try and keep up with these jerseys. Oh, yeah. If you think it's tough watching it from your couch, it's even tougher, I think, watching it right in front of us. It's this tough for us to kind of tell these jersey numbers apart. They all look kind of similar to me. Especially doesn't help that all of the north side are white. The side 3 might have been a long 2, is short by Wilson from Modoc. Now the ball's loose and tracked down by Velasquez, knocks it off of Hannah Apple.
You can see the nerves in the girls right now as they try to settle in here.
Yeah, they're getting comfortable. They'll definitely get feeling it here shortly. Again, now a line change for the south side. I don't think they want to do, both coaches, Emerson and Coach Stevens, want to do line changes simultaneously. I think they'll alternate when they change the 5 on the court. So now we got some Enterprise girls on the court, and Enterprise girl right on cue. It's a 3. That's Mary Pham. The guard, number 24, nails the long ball, and it's 9-4. Finally, we're getting a little bit more scoring. South with the early 5-point lead. Right baseline goes the Etna Lion, whose number I gotta dig out. We got a blocked shot. As I'm looking down my roster, ball in the air. Justice Cooper checked in, the Enterprise, second Enterprise girl. Now the ball into the hands of Rachel Rogers with the little floater. It's a long distance floater right there.
Yeah, I like the idea. She's trying to get a bucket.
Now I'm definitely going to be able to recognize Rachel Rogers because she's in purple. She's the only girl on either side that's in purple. So we shouldn't mess her up at all, I hope. And Rogers, as we're talking about her, swiping that hand around trying to get a steal. That's way over the backboard by Savannah Reynolds from Weed. And we got a whistle and a foul. And it's going to be a shooting foul.
I like the court press the south is bringing on to the north, try to get the game going a little more up pace.
Yeah, some defense, huh? That surprises me. JC Sundstrom from CV, the lefty, shooting 2. We're just going to disregard that one. All-Star games, you're not supposed to be shooting free throws. So, I mean, in her defense, I bet she wasn't coming into this game thinking, oh, I gotta practice my free throw stroke. So an error ball on the first one. See if Sundstrom can get closer. She swishes that one. So 9-5 now. The North creeping along. Rachel Rogers working on Wilson from Modoc down low, and good body control from Justice Cooper with 2 for the south side. The end of an era, as Allison Rippingham, Simpson's own Allison Rippingham said before the game, end of an era for Coopers playing basketball at Enterprise, and they're both just phenomenal players. Justice just looks exactly like Alex. And I'm glad they're not on the court playing with each other because I would definitely not be able to tell them apart.
Absolutely. They look very similar.
They do. And now we got Rachel Rogers bringing her across the timeline. She's running point. Oh, nice little crossover all the way. And no, can't get the 3-point chance opportunity, but she will get 2 free throws. A little lax defense there by Mattia Wilson of Modoc. who just got crossed up. I want to see that. I want to see some gnarly crossovers. I want to see people falling over, broken ankles. Not literally broken ankles, but the basketball term broken ankle. Rachel Rogers also probably wasn't practicing her free throw stroke before the game. Misses that one. And a little wide on the second attempt. Rogers with the steal. Tries to go behind the back. Yes, I'm already a huge fan of Rachel Rogers.
Absolutely. She's having fun out here. She's trying new things.
Crossover behind the backs. What's next, man? We gotta do a 360 windmill dunk. Imagine that. And another whistle as Brianna Bucker from Etna draws the foul. I would say already too many fouls for my liking early on. Halfway through the first quarter. See, that's not right. We shouldn't be halfway, just halfway. We should be a little bit farther along. 11-5 South in the away group of jerseys. We're in a 1-3-1 zone now for Coach Mark Stevens, confusing these girls as we get a steal from the south side.
Another floater.
Madison off field and gives it, was that Rogers, Rachel Rogers with the floater. Can't really look down at my roster for more than a half a second. And we got our first timeout. CV's coach Nathan Emerson will call a 30-second timeout. 11-5 our score early on here from the Simpson Sports Network, and Simpson University will be back very quickly.